Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw it is Locke. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Chargers take over 1st down 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Herbert. Smith catches left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. A 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Number 29.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. Steps away. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Broncos 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
42 yards on the
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, it's Locke. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. Taking a deep shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. A pickup of 2. Brings up
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
That's the score. Chargers 14. Broncos 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll fire. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
39-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Down by the Broncos, it's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 32-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Locke working out of the gun. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Locke looks to throw it again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete. So it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough, even though he did catch the football.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Locke again. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
To Noah Fant.
Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch call for made just outside the 15-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Winfield Jr. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Blocked. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 6.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
29.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll fire deep down. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Lock gonna throw. And the Chargers rush is gonna get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. And it's now 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over 1st down 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Right at the line of
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20 to 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Lock now on first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Lindsey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 9-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Lock. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lock. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
1 yard and 10.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
4th down. Tonight's
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a